Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kombat Cup, week number 8's top 8, presented by Stream for you tonight. With you, as always, Mr. Aquaman and my partner in crime tonight.
What's going on, Aquaman? It's KP, and in true KP fashion, I'm playing a ranked match against avid Stream Me watcher, John Millie. He's a cage player. You may know him. You can ask him. He's probably in the chat right now. I'm getting waxed, but that's not why I'm here.
That is sure to end up on YouTube later. Let me tell you guys. No, but tonight we have an exciting top 8 for you. It is nothing but the young guns tonight, KP, and I mean nothing but the young guns tonight. And look.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, boss.
Yeah, look. Yeah, exactly. Turning the clock back as it were. We've got our first match for tonight is going to be Samij versus Revit Leafing. After that,
that's pretty ridiculous. That's already two men under 20. Let's add to that total.
2 more young gentlemen under 20, and it is the noble team kill that we've seen a lot here on Kombat Cup, and that is going to be Tweety versus Dragon.
I mean, Dragon. Well, yeah, he's still under 20. He acts a little, under 10 at times. But that's okay because we love him, so we'll let him slide.
And then after that, we will have Emperor Knicks versus Noble Illusions.
Knicks is like 12, which is okay. And, if you didn't catch Sunday's broadcast, this is the young man who 3-0'd Sonic Fox, sent them straight to the lab to find out more about Goro. Sure to be an exciting play tonight, and we'll see what he does.
And Knicks only dropped 1 game on his way into the top 8 with 3-0s. 3-0 over Vendetta, 3-0 over Sonic Fox, and Trap Hustler actually getting the 1 game off of Emperor Knicks here in the top 8.
Goro's pretty good, so let's see if he decides to drop any more games this weekend.
And the last match of the night, you can't get more young than Yungmonster, okay? You just can't do it. You can't get underneath that. And then Rewind, also making his way back in the top 8, where he's been here multiple times this season.
I mean, if you put young in your name, you kind of you don't really leave us an option.
Just don't get old, ever. Stay young forever.
It reminds me of back in the day when rappers used to put Lil in front of them. They get old, and then it's like, okay, are you going to be 30 still calling yourself Yungmonster? But that's a long time from now. Tonight is what we're for, and we'll see if Yungmonster can climbing points ladder as he inches his way to the top week in and week out.
Exactly. And I mean, even people named Tall that were actually short, So if Yungmonster gets older, will he be teen monster? Will he be grown man monster? The old man monster, gray hair monster? Who knows? We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think the only player ever had an evolution of a name back in the Injustice is the Great Glass Sword.
Oh man, he went through
Iron Sword and
all of the ancient materials that were used to make swords. He turned on Skyrim and was like, what's going to be the next one? Glass Sword, Iron Sword.
Yeah.
He went through all.
And it just kept going. There was talks of him calling himself like Excalibur or some nonsense if he won a major, but in time.
I was like, man, adamantium sword's coming up eventually, right?
That's
the upper echelon. So tonight, our first match is going to be Samij versus Revit Leafing. Samij, 3-0s all the way to top 8, except for 1 hiccup against none other than Acid, where he dropped 1 game, but had 3-0s over the likes of Anbu, Son Goku. And I have not seen this name ever in Kombat Cup, so shout-outs to him. In the second round, he played against Traystar, who was a local back in my Virginia scene. So shout-outs to him for joining us. And then 3-1 over Acid and the 3-0 over Perfect Legend to make it in the top 8. Revit's Path, 3-0 over Brownfellow, 3-0 over Dr. Unicorn. In top 32.
I'm a fan. I am a fan.
That's a good name right there. In top 32, a 3-0 over Destruction God. And then the 3-1 over Hayate, and that match was incredibly hype. Hayate adjusted after going down 2-0. He made great adjustments, played very well. 1 bad mistake at the end of that set cost him, and that did go 3-1 in Revit's favor. Revit, this is his second top 8 appearance this season, and he's currently in 8th place in the points. And Samij is in his 7th top 8 of the season, and is currently at the top of the points.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Revit's only here for the second time. I mean, this guy seems like he feels like when I'm watching him, that like I'm watching him play into every week. It's kind of ridiculous that there's only 2, but I guess we'll see what the Master of Mobility has for us tonight. Maybe he can go ahead and advance all the way to grand finals with his teleports and his hard reads, as we like to call them from.
Exactly. And once Revit destroys my AFK Scorpion, we will have the match for you. Oh, Revit actually. We'll have to try to get him in here. KP, do you think you can try to send Revit an invite? I'm locked into a match now. Sorry about that, guys. Revit dropped out once we had attempted a match, which isn't the best sign here on Kombat Cup. And Revit's already had a couple of disconnects here in season number 2. So we're hoping that he can play tonight. Oh, never mind. He backed out because the DLC was locked. Thanks, guys.
Okay, that's fine. Do you still want me to send him the invite? All right, then it's on the way.
And while we're waiting on him to get in here, guys, do not forget that tomorrow is Conquest for a second chance at points for you guys. Everyone that did not make top 8 on Sunday and is not going to make top 4 tonight, you have a second chance at points. And just a friendly reminder of what's on the line for the entirety of Kombat Cup. Tonight, what's on the line? Just in top 8, first place is getting $200. That's 200 things off the dollar menu with no tax, okay? Keep that in mind.
Wait a minute.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of incentive there. You got me thinking about
it. That's 200 sausage McGriddles, okay? 200!
Damn, now you're really enticing me. I might have to dust off the rust right quick and enter one of these things.
Second place is going to walk home with $100, and third and fourth place, $50 each. And then the point spread for Kombat Cup, first place is going to get 150 points, second place 125 points, third and fourth place 75 points. Getting in the top 8, 50 points, and then getting top 16, 25 points. But looking at Conquest, which is going to be tomorrow, so go ahead and sign up, guys. First place is going to get 25 points, second place 20 points, third and fourth place 15 points, and then making top 8 gets you an extra 10 points. Extra points for the week, for the whole series. And don't forget, sign up, guys. And Revit is back in here. We got a match.
I mean, absolutely. If you watch season 1 closely at any capacity, you saw the difference that the point was helped make as we narrowed the end of the season down towards the March, towards finals. And also, just as a viewer too, Conquest, those top 8s are legit. Some of the secret hype that
get crazy.
If you don't tune in, you don't know about it, and you get a nice mix of everything down in Conquest. And let's just tune in tomorrow.
And we got our first match. This is Samij versus Revit Leafing. Battle of the young guys. Both of these guys are in top 8 of points.
Uh-oh.
And let's see if his DLC was locked again.
I'm ready to see teleports, all this purple glow and yellow just everywhere, just trying to run while Samij probably tries to chase him down, fades out, teleports out.
And it looks like his DLC was locked again, so we're going to go to a quick word from our partners here at the Kombat Cup, and we'll be right back while we try to get him in here for you. All right, guys, welcome back. Still waiting on Revit to join us here. Looks like he is having some trouble getting that DLC to unlock, but he said he is trying to get back in here right now. And both of us are AFK, so we'll find out real quick if it is working or not. And if not, we may try to move on to the next match and then come back to it. But we're hoping to get this match together. And as you said earlier, we're looking for a lot of teleports, a lot of mobility between both of these characters. And Molina, one of those characters that can really threaten, and he does have Tanya unlocked, one of those characters that can really threaten the sky for Tanya, because Tanya usually rules that sky against most characters. That teleport, such a problem, as it can become a launcher anytime she's airborne.
All right, finally able to get this show on the road. Week 8, ready to take off. Samij up against Revit Leafing. Pyromancer it is. Instantly starts with the EX drill, trying to test Samij's ability to react to air moves, but Revit have his reactions tested as Samij going for that 800 frame overhead early. Get it out of the way, teleports into the pro.
And what a start from Samij. That first teleport, getting Revit on the startup of an EX Shroud, and everything going right for Samij right now. Big damage. What's going to be the setup?
All right, the double roll ends the plus frames, and Revit's just going to straight up jump out. Charge the kick, cancels it into nothing much, but on the offensive now. All right, against Samij, now watching his legs. Baits and waits for the teleport, actually, but still misses on the media attempt.
And holding it once again, just reacting accordingly. Revit whiffing past the Psy on the ground, coming out and hitting that down one. Samij using the plus frame to chip out. Great start for Samij here.
All right, folks, a lot of respect right now. But Samij actually expecting Revit to respect him, not going for much of strength, but just checking him here and there, looking for him to press buttons, but not the case so far. Revit, nice staggers. The Dark Shroud is on. That's going to hurt. 23%. Baits the wake out roll, the wake up roll.
Had to have been frame perfect cancel on that overhead leg drop. Gets the block, and what a round two from Revit leafing.
Oh, Phoenix Face catches him on the startup. Revit getting a lot of mileage out of these in there. You know, one block away from an easy roll punish and full combo damage, but instead, the personal throw back to the wall. Revit taking his time. He's trying to meet him in the air with the size. Wow. Spins the bar meter for the 26%. Samij said he's on a full X-ray, not anymore. Spins it, one EX fade, a second EX fade, and should have enough to kill. Game one, going to Samij.
That was a fantastic game number one. Things going well for Samij in that final round, but one read from Revit would have turned things around. And you saw both players really, you know, it's very stagger heavy pressure from both of these characters. And I like from Samij, he mixed it up really well. Even though Revit blocked incredibly well off of the teleport into Psy using the plus frames, he threw 50-50 both times. Revit blocked both, but I like the mix up from Samij. But he canceled both of them anyway to make them safe. So,
yeah, something I noticed about that first game, it was just a little too textbook. Revit was doing a lot of instant drills with him, but the game to control, and Samij was able to keep it at a pace that he likes. We all know Revit likes the, you know, super fast, you know, ridiculous, reckless, let's go, 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 go. But Samij was able to control the tempo and basically get away with, you know, police matchup in his favor through patience and basic spacing.
And very good. That is a very hard throw to tech no matter who you are, because you have to eat these standing plus frames on that shroud, and you have to guess low, overhead, or throw. Very, very similar to Shuck's Mimicry, but all the time it seems. But Pyromancer is actually incredibly strong. That stagger game and pressure can add up so quick, especially once you finally get hit by that shroud.
Alright, so he's now saving his times. Blocking. Jump back. Oh, nice teleport through the jump attack. Revit trying to force his way in with that focus. So he's going to check with that low kick. Great reaction. Tele-kicking under the fireball. And Samij fighting back for control of the round. She looks for the punish with the high.
And that is a no-no. She low profiles after that drill kick, and that has gotten so many people here in the Kombat Cup. You have to check her punisher with that mid, otherwise she's going under it, which Melina herself should be accustomed to.
Yeah, well, so he's checking Revit's reactions with the raw jumping. Revit looking to anti-air, but instead eating the root of that jump in one. And Samij is going to force him to come off the bar now, 1 meter apiece. Teleports and fireballs everywhere now, and Revit just jumping around like a madman. Having his way, teleports away, gets up, staying free, not moving, not allowing Sage to connect any of these telekicks, but instead he trades it for a couple. Armors out, gets the conversion. Now back to the corner we go. Oh, I got more for you myself. Like the jump, the duck under into the NJP. Samij.
And what a conversion! That's going to close it out. Samij up 2-0, and he avoided 2 EX Shrouds that round.
And then he dashes under again to go for, like, he didn't need to. He could have easily gotten the jump kick confirmed into the telekick side, whatever he wanted to do, but instead flexes, you know, the character mastery and the, you know, awareness to recognize his positioning and spacing and what he can convert into at any given time. And Samish is going to go up 2 games to 0, just like that. You know, Revit might be teleporting right off of this broadcast into week 9 if he doesn't turn things around right here, right now.
Or we'll see him tomorrow in Conquest.
Facts.
But let's not count him out yet, okay? It's 2-0
Absolutely
Samish, but
not.
we've seen reverse 3-0s all over Kombat Cup.
Yeah, and this is why we game Revit. Electing to go Dragon Nakinata variation now.
A conversion off a trade with teleport. That was disgusting. And gets the fade cancel into the command grab. Very good situational awareness right now from Samish.
All right, and that time Samish with the adjustment out that block. Keep going for the one to ensure Tanya doesn't get away with the silly low profile, and Samish on all cylinders.
And here we go. And what a read, the NJP. I'm going to assume that was a read, because if that was reactionary, Samish, you need to calm down, sir.
And these young kids, I think that was a reaction, buddy. You know, that was also a reaction. Like, there's no way. These kids are unreal. And the bait on the wake up to stop it. All right,
and had the punish. Right. This is going one-sided right now.
We need to have a really amount of props we can get one man per night because Samish just waxed Revit leaving 3-0, decisive as it can be. And this time, Melina didn't break a sweat. Look at that character model. Didn't even break a sweat. I mean, it is what it is.
That was insane play for Samish, especially in that last game where we saw some amazing things. It just seemed like everything was working for him.
Also, like, little thing, these would be some like next level stats, and there's like literally no way to track this. But doesn't it seem like any time that someone's like trouble getting to the match, or like, you know, they're caught doing something else and kind of hold it up, when they get in, they always just like lose, and it's like, hey, thanks for the wait, anybody. Like,
yeah.
You know, not that it was his fault. It wasn't, but I've seen that happen so many times over the years in every capacity, and it just kind of always happens that way.
Yep, and it's just one of those things with the online tournaments. And guys, let's take a look at something from that third game. The fade cancel into the command grab. And here we go. Situational awareness right now from Samish. This is in game number 2.
All right, and that time Samish with the adjustment out that block
combo. Good lord, and let's see what happens here. And just all the reasons the NJP,
Tanya doesn't get away with the silly low profile.
Paid off so well for Samish. Oh my gosh! I mean, the 2 NJPs in the final game alone was everything. It seemed it took the breath right out of Revit Leafing when it mattered. When he was back against the ropes, and you throw the haymaker right to the jaw, and just KO. Great stuff from Samish.
Yeah, man, get the job done. You know, one game at a time, and like you said, Samish just dropped 1 game this entire week. Looks like he's looking to continue that trend. 3-0 victory. Come up in the W column.
Exactly, and let's get our next match rolling for you guys. We are looking at Tweety versus Dragon, the noblest team kill that has ever happened here on Kombat Cup.
Did you really just? Okay, well, we'll let it go. It's okay. Now, this isn't new. This is actually the 4th time these dudes are meeting in the first round of top 8, and
which is Dragon which is absolutely crazy, by the way.
Yeah, Dragon, you know, 5th appearance in top 8, and he's fought Tweety in 4 of those in the first round. So, you know, kind of surprising. Tweety, the main of the top 8 this season, so no surprise seeing him. But yeah, man, he's gonna have to cut out. Dragon is currently up in the set with these 2 guys. You know, up 2 games to 1, and Tweety will be looking to even the score as they look to eliminate Samish in the next round. Either or.
Precisely, and these guys' path into this top 8. Tweety 3-0s across the board. 3-0 over Syndicate, Superior Bryce, baby himself.
Yeah, man.
And then 3-0 over Destroyer, and Dragon's path lost 1 game early against Anbu's Train, and then 3-0s the rest of the way over Gandyman himself, the mingled effing Jester.
Oh, effing now. He's ascended. I like it.
Just effing Jester, guys. And the 3-0 over Relentless to get in the top 8. Shouts to Relentless for having a great week here at the Kombat Cup, playing lights out. And even though it was a 3-0, really close games against Dragon. And our match is here. We have the matchup we anticipated. We've got Possessed Kenshi. We've got Katana. And let's see how it unfolds. Dragon has played this matchup so well before, anti-airing all the teleports. And it's going to be a good one. And Dragon seems to block really well against Possessed as well. I mean, after all, they kind of probably play together a lot, being teammates and all. We'll see what happens here.
Well, Dragon immediately challenged his counter-poking ability with that down 3 into the rising fans. You know, that Dragon special. Spinning the bar beater to make it safe, but he's just going to back dash and just not deal with it. You know, bar beater for positioning and some freedom. And now he's on the offensive. Overhead demon. Tweety pokes into the armor, teleport going.
That was absolutely savage. What a float to get out of that down 2 range. But I like that from Tweety. He poked just to get a counter poke from Dragon because he wanted some kind of damage the way that Dragon blocks.
Yeah. Dragon floating away right in the sweet spot. Won't have the meter filled in time. He's going to keep it unbreakable to the second pound. 40% push. And Tweety now looking to capitalize after downward hit. Tosses that backhand and enough chip damage to secure the round. But Tweety more calm. You know, he's only teleporting once this round. He even waited for the anti-air there off of the float mix-up. Was a little late, but I've seen adjustments that we haven't seen Tweety, you know, take advantage of in recent matches against Dragon.
Yeah, and Tweety is losing a lot of health early here, which does not bode well if Dragon's able to hold on to this meter going into the final round. And Dragon getting comfortable now.
And the old, I'm comfortable with the Sassy Classic where you hold the parry up forever and literally dare the opponent to punish you. And then, you know, they expect you to put the parry away, but no.
Shades of a fellow Katana player, Star Charger, where he could just hold that thing for hours, it seemed. And oh no, the EX Low Demon not catching Dragon on the anti-air. And that's not good for Tweety here.
Unfortunate situation there. Then, oh man, Dragon with the MKX of late going with the slightly negative into the armored launcher, willing to spin the 2 bars. He hasn't forgot about extended combos, baby. We're spinning all the hard knockdown for the free sharpen. And a nice neutral jump. Tweety stays alive. Reversal back throw into the corner now. Tweety in control. And jumps right out of it. That conventional armor. Enough distance behind Tweety as the armor goes off screen. The princess is going to really just tuck her front flip and jump through. And Dragon popping up on the other side. Easy kill for game 1.
Yeah, for such a great start from Tweety, that when you started losing health early that second game, what really hurts mentally is seeing losing badly when you're up around and your opponent keeps all of their meter. I know mentally as a player, meter is really big, and if you're going into a final round against someone with a loaded stick of butter, that's on your mind, no matter who you are.
And even 10 times more when it's Katana. I mean, this woman with a full stack of meters.
With an unblockable X-ray on deck, I mean, you better be frightened.
All right. Dragon, again, has enough of your staggers. Parrying in between it, runs up, doesn't have stamina, continues running. Tweety's going to get thrown, teleports in, wants to stay up close personal. All right, now Tweety expecting the jumping attempt.
And that was a triple overhead from Dragon. Getting the jump in, float cancel, jump in, and then doing a third overhead.
Full combo. Questionable decision from Tweety not to use the leader there. At the very least, you would have thought he would want Dragon to break, but instead allows him to keep the bar. And now Tweety coming with the low post. Challenge the parry. Armor's over. Armor's again. Is he a third one? No, the mix-up. Tweety conditioning Dragon with the low post into the overhead strike. Slips in that low demon at last hit. Able to successfully keep Dragon on the bar and not put himself in a situation where the X-ray would kill him.
And that's that former war guard that I love in Tweety, where he still has that down 4 50-50 available, and you know that's just in our blood, and he uses it to perfection right there when one demon mix-up will kill, That's where all the conditioning pays off throughout the rest of the match, and that one down for 50-50 could make or break you.
You run about kills. Here's Dragon with a fully activated sharpening combo. 53%. No, sir, not press a button when the sharpen is active. And Dragon again jumping out of that EX overhead arm attack in the corner, you know, which seems really advantageous for Katana and Tweety now. Teleport. NJ Dragon's off his meter now. Even though Tweety's back to the wall, he is the one in control.
And what a block double low for Tweety.
And I bait something out. Tweety instead going for the forward throw just to create the space. Teleports in.
And tried to actually catch the counter poke with an armored launcher there was Tweety. Utilizing.
Oh, and wait a minute. Dragon getting a little saucy. The wake up throw slash fraud. But no meter, no safety, no nothing. But instead, taking it one poke at a time. Does not go for an anti-air attempt. Blocks low successfully. Denied exit on the teleport, but this time gets it after the plus frames into the throat. Dragon at about 15% now.
Ooh.
And the down two. That's how you anti-air the float. You simply wait on the pick if you see it coming, and Tweety with the answer, fighting back.
That was that down two that you felt in your soul, you know? It's just, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's like he knew the float was coming. He just waited on it. Just, you know, I can't see very well, but if I just throw this down two while you're above me, then maybe I can connect. It did successfully. You know, the Lantor's been getting the job done with his hands.
And there in game number one, he did that down two too early, and it cost him when he did it right as he floated, or maybe just a couple frames before he floated. And you know, that's kind of a read. Because if you're looking for the float, she gets the free jump in. That's what's so scary.
Yes. Yeah, the Dragon doing floating in, as we like to call it here and there, but Tweety with the adjustments, showing that he can do it from game to game. You know, just one mistake and cleaned it up. Immediately in a full punish now. The meterless Kenshi combo, you know, the 20% variety, but hey man, damage is damage, and it all adds up. Add a 12% throw on top of that, and you've got yourself a 30% BAP for no meter. Alright, Dragon being a little slick there. Plus under. Reversing positions on the combo.
Daggers here, and Tweety has the health lead, and I was about to say, he had the meter. Eventually we're going to see that EX overhead coming into play.
Alright, talking to BX moves, Dragon waking up with that attack strike, 19% off the single move, beautiful. Floating right in front to reverse the inputs, and now coming down to the last hit. Tweety trying to take his time, teleports in, a down one poke, and the reversal throws Dragon. And that was super smart right there. The last time Tweety was in that position with his back to the wall, he gave Jet a forward throw just for spacing. And Dragon, knowing that a throw would kill him at any position, looked for Tweety. You know, this is mix-ups on top of mix-up. This is Yomi layers on top of Yomi layers. Tweety with the smart stuff. That's just straight up outthink Dragon at that point. I'm pretty sure that Dragon was taking no matter what.
And running away with it now is Tweety. With Dragon coming off 2 bars, it's he can mount a comeback. He does not have many resources left. And once Tweety gets a bar, we all know something is going to be coming. A very good check from Dragon. Well, Tweety was getting away with these pokes because Dragon was respecting the mix-up and didn't let Tweety get away with a down one on block there. And that got Dragon back in this, but backdashed into a demon. And this is going to be chip out territory. The back one almost guaranteed.
Yeah, and that sucks right there. Dragon dropping the end of it to be a nearly 50% combo into frame advantage, which would have put him in a position to chip Tweety out or maybe bait the armor one last time, but instead drops it, allows Tweety to get up, you know, sneak some damage, and then you have the magic pick swap, and it's not hard for Kenshi to get that last hit with demons everywhere, or teleport that he can simply trade with you after the attack. You know, just nice mid-range normals that can advance quickly. Big time trouble there for Dragon, and Tweety looking composed as, dare I say, ever here in the Kombat Cup. Hasn't jumped, you know, just sprawl. His teleport count is extremely low, and he's simply playing the matchup the way he should, and he's just looking, you know, super advanced right now and just playing at the same level, if not a bit higher than Dragon currently.
and Tweety breaking the curse this season. Every time that these two have played this season, they've gone 1-1, and then Dragon has run away with it. So this time, Tweety has the advantage after they split the first two games.
Well, let's see how he handles the added security now that he's on this side of the fence for the first time. Dragon doesn't care about your security or anything. Sharpens up 36%. Tweety's got a challenge. Reversal throw into the corner, trying to bait a wake up. Lets the float happen. Staying patient.
And Dragon finally not falling for that throw into the corner.
And there you go, right on cue. Tweety's got to go for the forward throw right after, because spacing is spacing at the end of the day. Getting a little Eddie has his entry there, and then the second time, no sir, with the parry on deck. Wow. Armor's up.
It doesn't have the meter here to break. Anything's going to chip out.
Yeah, and the backdash not far enough to get away. Kenshi's strengths so long and so extended. A lot of active frames, a lot of distance and ground that it covers. And Tweety with that godlike read on the top board, looking for Dragon to go for the fan. And, you know, it's low risk. And Tweety's picking his spots extremely well. Air it here is going to spin the block. MKX second one. Oh, we're going to style, baby. He's cutting the rest of bits. He's going to sell some of her remnants out here on the strip at the other marketplace. Lance wants to take that young Adinian blood. And, Dragon opens up. Holds on. This is not just yet. There's no something.
Oh,
now
this is chip out territory. Tweety just needs one demon. And they're down two again. He waited once again. Tweety down twoing his way into top 4. That was fantastic play from the ground up from Tweety. And that was a well-deserved win.
I felt that down to my heart.
Like. Right in there every single time. And congratulations to Tweety. He will advance. Finally, overcoming a Season 2 demon in Dragon. He did get a win off of Dragon in Season number 1. But it's really good to see him take that and get farther here in Kombat Cup. He's one of those grinders week in and week out, no matter what. I mean, he's been in every single top 8 this season. He finally made top 4 one week and missed out on Conquest. But no matter what he's played in, top 8. It's crazy.
Well, make it back-to-back weeks now with that victory. He is going to advance into tonight's top 4 up against Samij and will not be in Conquest tomorrow. So all of you sick of him wreaking havoc on it, go ahead and enter. You don't have to worry about the blind swordsman, soaking up any more points. Is taking full advantage of the system, is getting points at every opportunity he can. So congratulations to him. He was definitely the better player tonight, and we'll see how his run continues as he goes up against Samij.
Absolutely, and we've actually got some highlights from that match. Let's go and check them out. Maybe. Here we go. This is in game number 2, and this is that back throw that happened in game number 3, where Dragon was looking for that forward throw that Tweety had done the game prior. And what a comeback from Tweety. That set the tone and got him back in this match, and he just ran away with it from there, it seemed. And it's crazy how many times down one in the throw worked. And here we're going into game number 4, and this is the swag combo. And this is the nail in the coffin. 2 EX up scythes into huge damage, 45%. And Dragon trying to mount a comeback here, coming off of 2 bars. But Tweety not having it here.
She's so majestic. Like, just look at her moves and her animations. It's all blue and royal. And oh, sorry, I'm getting carried away again. Yeah, man, it was a beautiful thing. I would like anyone who goes to these matches should go and just watch simply for Tweety's patience and poise. And that's this is a man who kept jump to at an absolute minimum. Didn't open himself up by forcing teleports or trying to, force his way in. The times that he did run in, he got met with pokes or ran into fans and instantly recovered from that mindset and just went back to playing a straight-up neutral-based game to stay away from Katana, and it worked out in his favor. Used his tools to his advantage and got the W, man. 3-1. It's pretty impressive.
Precisely, and that patient play, whereas we saw him hang himself so many times against Dragon in the previous matches, where he'd go teleport crazy, get anti-aired in a full combo. Dragon got him impatient, but there, Tweety stood his ground that entire match, and it was very nice to watch. And the conditioning was out of this world with the down ones, the down fours, and the mix-ups. The checks versus the non-checks. He'll do a down 4 demon, down 1 demon, or I saw it one time he got away with 3 down ones where Dragon was frightened of that demon coming. And our next match is going to be Emperor Knicks versus Noble Illusions.
Oh, yeah, well, one of my personal favorite players, Illusions. This guy, it's crazy. I wonder what the matchup is actually going to be. I mean, we know Knicks is going to go Goro. There's no secret there. The hype monster, the punch-walking king. But do we see Reptile again? Reptile versus Goro? That would be interesting. Even Quan. I mean, I just haven't. We don't know.
Illusions could hit random select and put on a show no matter what came up. That's the kind of guy that Illusions is. And Knicks coming off that victory over Sonic Fox and looking so good with Goro. Let's see what can happen here, guys.
You want to talk about riding momentum in any type of wave. If I'm in this bracket tonight, Knicks is the guy I fear the most.
Absolutely. I'd be frightened just because of the unfamiliarity with who this man is playing at that level. And they are in here, guys. Illusions versus Knicks. And Illusions does go for the hidden select. We're getting some hype here.
Wait a minute. Now, Illusions, listen now. Just make sure you pick the character you want. I know a thing or two about making that mistake. So.
And this is on stream, so if you mess up, you're locked in it no matter what.
Yeah.
And Knicks is going with Goro. These guys had some great paths in the top 8. We went over Knicks' path earlier. It's nice and easy. 3-0 over Vendetta, 3-0 over Sonic Fox, and 3-1 over Trap Hustler. This is his first top 8 of Kombat Cup ever. Illusions 3-0 over Prismus, a 3-2 over Meech, and then a 3-2 over Wizgy Mini, and then a 3-1 over Star Charger to get in the top 8. And Illusion's going with Grandmaster, who is the only character to get a game off of Knicks this tournament from Trap Hustler.
I don't know. I see a common theme there. If you look at all of our guys who won, they've only lost 1 game in the tournament. Samiz 3-0ing his way all the way up, only losing 1 game was to the top 8 and 3-0ing Revit. Tweety 3-0ing everybody and then dropping 1 game Dragon. Like, you need to be 1 game less to advance. It's the common theme of the game. History shows that Knicks is in prime position to take you.
And wow, look at Knicks playing out of his mind in a matchup that some Goro players would say is very unfavorable. But we've seen Goro beat Sub-Zero before. Can I bring up Goro winning a major KP? Can I bring it up real quick?
I mean, it is what it is. We saw his one appearance, OJT and TFC. Yeah, I don't get it.
With this character, Grandmaster Sub-Zero.
Yes. All right. What do we see now from Nick? He has Illusions tilted. Illusions waiting. He's trying to force his clones into the action right here. Look at this. And Nick's playing neutral with Telestomp. This kid.
And we've already seen great anti-airs, great presence of mind where he is, great use of the normals, and the spacing has been fantastic. But Illusions has him right where he wants him, and that's going to kill.
Absolutely, and without any bar there was going to be no telekinetic. Illusions had insurance policy that is the ice clone, and now it's looking a bit like what it should. Illusions with the wake up EX ice clone still there.
Oh, and the savage unprotected slide in. And what a read. Oh my gosh, here we go.
The up 1 or up 2, depending on who you want. Oh, runs in with that stab right now. Illusion's going to poke or wake up buttons, baby. Here.
And once again, had the space built, just woke up projectile. A very good run from Illusions. Doesn't want to deal with that unblockable stomp and gets a good trade off a Blanche.
This was quite a good trade now. Illusion's going to be back in control now, corner to corner, trying to fade out. And of course, what's coming? Illusions. What a god! The telekick is coming in your life, and Illusions on the read. Stands.
Oh, And that back two whiffing for days as Emperor Knicks gets the telestomp on the whiff as a whiff punish. And what a start. That was actually an incredibly close game number one. And Knicks coming out swinging, or should I say punch walking, with Goro. But we didn't see one punch walk, did we?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Playing a very interesting style of Goro.
Is that
consisting of
that the
fireballs?
We're all Goro's doing it wrong.
telestomp.
Did Tyler Lansdowne give us the wrong information when the game came out? Is he a punch walker?
I don't know, man. Knicks with these fireballs and telestumps. This is not the typical Goro, neutral. And he's really making it work in his favor. They don't seem like reads. They just seem like he's conditioning with Goro's tools, albeit a little slower than what we're used to.
And I like this pick from Illusions. This is a matchup I got to see at my local a lot. It wasn't at the highest level, but it was at a really good level, and Reptile can give this man some problems.
Yeah. I mean, Knicks just played extremely smart. Now, talking about wake up fast, and it's going to wait for the time to come back normally for the down two, but Knicks coming off our meter immediately wants a chance to fight back, and Goro in today's down one into special moves easily some of the best in the game, uninterrupted. That EX low fang plus the block, the safe punch block is safe.
And then the moment you respect it, he can down one tick throw you into huge damage. And just like that, did the down one, Illusions respecting it, reverse the position back into the corner, and now here come the mixes.
And there we go, the overhead finally connected, and Knicks just playing a great basic game. You know, this is some of the smartest Goro I've ever seen. You would think with all of these plus strings and quick buttons that Knicks would do more matching here, but he's not. Everything is actually super timed and calculated.
Exactly, very calculated, the mix-ups. And you know what? It's all working. And against these top players, what does that say about we know as competitors and tier list makers? You know,
well, for
this
one,
late in the game,
there's always work and homework to be done. I remember though when the last batch came, people talked about Goro and how they thought, he was great. And go back with my discussions with Hayate crying that Goro was broke now for like 6 months. But
it was, yep. I remember that.
People just don't play enough of it. And when you write a character off, and you have somebody like Nick just carrying on, like, hey, look, man, this is for real. Right now, he has Illusions for his third character. Illusions not playing because he wants to win, but he's trying to find an answer right now. He doesn't even know what to do.
And so scary. That string is plus, so you have to respect the poke after. And those are those stagger situations that we talked about where he can put you in a mental bind of having to respect something and then mixing you up with an unblockable command grab.
All right. And that the combo, the down one was actually a punish, but Illusion is just going to not press a button and let the punch walk through the talking. Knicks on that point, looking at a swift 3-0.
Very good. Falling out of that punch walk, not getting one more hit, which would have caused a little bit harder of a knockdown. And Illusion's going to get some momentum here. He's going to get the money pit up. Doesn't get real close to the corner. Looking for a charge back too, and got the air-to-air.
Oh, and they're rolling now. Top row has 4 arms, but not 4 on the bottom. Can't block them all at the same time. Oh, wow.
Knicks believed that he could take the round, but falling into the money pit, where it only reigns for Quan Chi.
I like this kid. That is a lot of heart right there to go for. That's to put it all on the line. Cost himself, he could be sitting on X-ray right now, but the important part is he's still alive.
And Goro is a meter-building machine.
For sure. With so many plus frames and a bunch of posts into these multi-hitting specials that are safe on block. Goro has a problem building meter for those.
And these trades, Knicks was perfectly fine with it. Those were in Knicks' favor. That does so much damage. Those actually got buffed, the speed of them. And coming in with the X-Touch stop, and anything's going to chip out at this point. And reads the backdash. Everything working for Knicks. The teabag. Some savagery from the young man. Welcome to the Kombat Cup.
So disgusting, this young man. A little Shogun shot right there. Let's, Sag swing over the sorcerer. Goro respects none. He is the champion of Mortal Kombat. And tonight, carrying on the tradition, 3 of our top 4 contestants have only dropped 1 game the entire tournament. This is the week of domination as we head
nation, as it were. These kids looking so strong.
This is right. That young domination as we watch zero respect.
We've said it so many times before, guys. Young man's game. Hashtag young man's game.
Zero respect.
And Knicks with another 3-0 over a top player looking so strong. Using, finally, we can say, the master of combat.
Yes.
In our last match of the night is going to be Yungmonster versus Rewind. But let's take a look at some of the clips from that domination from Knicks in the last match. And here we go. This is in game number 1. And reading with that, I believe it's up 1 or up 2 after a blocked punch walk. That was incredibly nasty from Knicks. And here we go in game number 3. The first punch walk to, I believe, actually work for Knicks. Gets this huge combo here in the corner and then just mauls him in the corner. Goro is one of the top characters when he gets you knocked down in the corner with no armor to get out. And unfortunately for Quan, you have to eat all of these plus frames. And Knicks abused it exactly the way you are supposed to in that corner. And here in the final round, this wasn't the final round, but this is what got Illusions back into the match, possibly. But Knicks able to just stop that momentum in game number 3 with some good reads early and clutch it out against Illusions. And as you saw there in the last round, whiffing a back 2 was Illusions, and getting the immediate whiff punish was Knicks. Outstanding play from the ground up.
Yeah, we questioned Knicks in his breaker in the first round of game 3. But when you're playing that well and everything is rolling in your direction, that was kind of a why not moment, like a heat check in a basketball game, or, someone going for a trick play in a football game, just because they're feeling themselves right now and they got it under control. No issues, able to, take Illusions down pretty swiftly. And the Goro run is not over for the night.
He is in top 4. He's in the money. Look at that.
Just like that.
And guys, we want to give a quick shout out to Smash.gg, who I'll let none other than KP take it away on that one.
Yeah, man, Smash.gg got a lot of work going on, man. Just trying to keep up with all of the circuits everywhere across each type of gaming community, in the competitive space. Working with the guys over there just piece by piece, and the people here every week at Stream by Me to help bring you a solid online tourney with great time constraints and an easy-to-follow bracket. And have you knowledge for all your upcoming events, man. One by one, all the information is there. Sign up today if you haven't done so already, and be prepared, as the majority, if not all by now, events are running through Smash.gg from here on out. And it's one centralized hub with everything you need.
Exactly. And shout out to them for giving us this place to host this tournament. And people are loving it. Once they got used to it, they're in season number 1, and they're after week number 1 and number 2, it became so fluid for everyone involved. And the admins do such a great job on the back end. Shouts to guys like Stokes and Maze on the back end who, when you guys ping someone in, help you guys out and get us through these brackets as quick as possible. Yungmonster has joined us. We're waiting on his opponent, which is going to be Rewind in a battle of other young gods of the Kombat Cup.
Yeah, now, speaking of young gods and the theme for tonight, how are the paths looking for Rewind and Yungmonster? Has one of these guys only dropped 1 game this entire tournament so far?
Both of these guys have dropped 1 game. Young dropping 2 games, actually.
Uh-oh.
Young's path in the top 8. 3-0 over.
So
yeah.
Sorry.
It's 3-0 over Sandadder. 3-0 over Kindest Regards. Shoutouts. That's pretty cool. 3-1 over OD's Alcatraz. Shoutouts to all the OD boys out there. And 3-1 over Daddy Dab, and that was a slobber knocker. And Rewind coming in, only dropping 1 game against Adonis, and that was actually a really close match. Adonis was close in every single one of those games. 3-0s over Lovely Prince, ATK, and Forever Blaze. And here we go.
Yes.
The match is happening. Rewind versus Yungmonster.
So the odds are correct. Rewind is going to take this one, but Yungmonster, the buck the trend he's done since he's walked in the door. Not the typical anything boy Yungmonster. There's always been a man who, you know, makes you wonder about the things that happen. What we want right now, patience. Into the vicinity blast, normal restands, big leg plus frames, but the Yungmonster's gonna back out. Doesn't want anything to do with it. Oh, and doesn't quite complete the punish. Not expecting it to hit, but oh, Superman a bit, you know, a little tilted for not getting that full punish. It's just a check. Yungmonster with that Superman, let him know, hey, look, man, you gotta feel me. No matter where I am on the screen, I can be in front or behind. Nice screen on the teleport, and rewind is in full control here. This is just rated play.
Luckily doesn't eat that NJP coming down. That's one of the best NJPs in the game.
Yeah, great stuff from Yungmonster there. It was extended, long range, almost catch, rewinds back edge. Right, little shots out. Rewind, go up to air, instead wakes up the X for some bless. Oh, teleport out. Patience, and Yungmonster trying to put up that brick wall, not allowing Raiden to get in. Plus frames. Now, the challenge is back into the corner now.
And where did that up rocket just hit? It hit
wait
everywhere.
a minute.
What is going on? Oh my gosh.
Paulo. Oh man. You know what? It is what it is. And rewind. Just, you know, the rocket residue off his shoulder. Yungmonster stand alive. Wow. Range on that vicinity blast. I guess it had a little added bonus to, you know, give some payback what just happened to him. And goes for the throw. These guys about close to even now. Rewind the slight life lead. Celebrate away.
And then almost looked reactionary. That was. But jumps into the up rocket. Yungmonster was not ready for it. Did not have the conversion. But gets the air-to-air conversion. Keeps it stamina-less and still gets 21%.
Oh, and a nice with the far teleport. Gets Yungmonster to work his reactions against him.
And rewind.
Not quite in range. And this is going down to the left. Rewind. Oh, uses the invincibility up and throws him out of the teleport. Yungmonster with the challenge. Thinky leg, does he have enough to chip? He does. And the EX rocket brutality, hands up, head up.
Jackie wins.
Everything on the floor.
And Yungmonster taking game number 1. That was incredibly close. We've seen Rewind go down to the wire against so many players this season. I mean, there have been so many 3-2s that he's been involved in.
You gotta wonder right now if as a competitor, Rewind sitting at home feeling like he was robbed of that first game. With
that up rocket had to have been just a shot to the heart, you know.
I would love to just, you know, put a microphone in front of him for like 5 seconds just to get a voice clip phone because he couldn't be okay with what happened that second round.
And we'll see if he can try to, you know, hold on mentally and get back in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yungmonster just taking advantage of a situation that, you know, had nothing to do with it. It's what it is. And capitalizing, you know, being happy he's alive. Now, Rewind's going to get the Yungmonster. Oh, no. And no, sir. Put that wood down. The god has no ball back to Rewind. Get a little funky. Little saucy. He's going to challenge Yungmonster. Oh, great cancel. But cancel up his own EX teleport and Rewind. Pulling out all the stops, teleporting far away now so he doesn't eat a rocket to the back of his head by mistake again. And if that wasn't a straight-up message and answer to what he happened to him in that first game, I don't know what to tell you, boss.
Exactly, and what a read again with Wake Up Rocket. These are working out for Yungmonster.
Oh, wow, unless the overhead rocket can come out and rock and Rewind. Either caught trying to armor through or just not watching his head. Oh. Wow, and the 2 from close enough to get the run combo in the corner. Doesn't quite get the punish, big leg, plus frames in. No, gonna challenge anyway. No respect.
And looky here, look at the bottom. These are 2 fully loaded sticks of butter. Oh my gosh, we're gonna see some crazy stuff here in the final round.
All right, well, Yungmonster will be coming up off 2 bars of leader with those instant teleports, and this time uses Yungmonster reaction against him once again. Young has been moving after every teleport and Rewind going to the far teleport to give himself space.
And going for a fun blockable there, and great tech from Rewind, so he did have to eat a guaranteed mix-up again. And the raw back too.
Wow, Yungmonster caught trying to armor through and press buttons. Rewind, challenge back, no bar. Now, what's it going to be? Jackie, queen of leaderless game here in terms of combo and raw output up against Brayden, but Rewind mixing it up quite well. Up the low, doesn't commit. This time he uses the kick, teleport to get the combo extension, and has just enough on the vicinity blast, 28% to get the kill. And Rewind, the smart stuff, played it safe, and instead of committing to a full string in a 50-50 turn, waited until he built the meter for the EX teleport, checked on with that low again. That's an easy hit confirmed off of the EX teleport. It combos anyway, and Rewind able to stay composed, keep Yungmonster's back to the wall, and not give him an opportunity to escape as he takes game 2 and ties it up at 1 apiece.
Precisely, and Rewind here staggered so well at the end of that round, mixed it up perfectly, and then committed. And you know it's not overcommit if you're safe, kind of like you see with Lena, where you can cancel into an EX teleport like that. Getting the hit, closing it out, perfect play from Rewind. Tying us up, 1-1 here, guys.
All right, teleports away instantly, and the run-up. Monster still trying to press buttons on wake up here, and that time Rewind met him with the NJP earlier. Better reaction for Jackie. A little too low with that ground pound. The NJP can even the lightning out of those fingers for Thunder God. Tries to react, and there we go. Challenging those teleports. Rewind after, so funny. Rewind smart teleport. And it doesn't matter. Young is still gonna press buttons after he won, and in his defense, it works out. He gets the roll the first time around, and the second time he gets the down poke, gets the pressure. So maybe Rewind goes back to the far teleport, to keep things clean. But Yungmonster, we're gonna keep it leaderless, baby. Resources. Oof, Miss Briggs, please, why you hurt him like that? 42%.
And as you said with Rewind, with that away teleport, as when you're Yungmonster pressing those buttons, at worst you're going to eat some plus frames from the big boot, and no matter what, you're kind of guaranteeing yourself that you're not going to eat the full combo on the teleport in the forward 1-2 back. And oh my gosh, Rewind had to have pressed a button after that string, and Yungmonster taking away the gap into a kill here and retaking the lead of this set.
Sure what plan was there. It's not like that, the meter to armor. Maybe he was with the, hand cannon, but Yungmonster is like, no sir, I'm going for plus frames, but I'll take the hit as well. No problems there. And Jackie, showing off her ability. Gotta flex the wrist just a little bit, as she drops her braces. But man, now back and forth. Yungmonster 2-1 in our first set. That seems like more of a back and forth than anything. No one man has clear control at any given point, and just a questionable release of the black button there on Rewind. Still very much in this set. And as I'd say, it's been pretty even up until this point. And
could we see our first game 5 of the night? We haven't seen one yet.
I'm not complaining, man. I'd rather see game 5. Let these guys slug it out until the very end. Now, back into the jungle. Rewind goes for the HP a little late, but spins bar meter early. Divine's getting rid of all the interactiveness he can, so Miss Briggs doesn't have access to them. Wow! And a raw active ball. Yungmonster just knows, man. So slick. And I mean, one hit, so much damage from any position on the field. Jackie's one of her greatest strengths. You can be outplaying her, spacing, it doesn't matter. She gets untouched, corner carry, leaderless, one bar, however she wants to do it from any hit. Such a great insurance policy to have, and oh, wait a minute, Yungmonster with the slick stuff pulls an extremely fast one. The cancel to the run back to overhead. Monster getting nasty with it right there. Rewind was sweet.
And Rewind
still watching the cancel.
He's already exhausted all of his resources, and Yungmonster still has a full stick of butter. Could we see another X-ray kill, or is he going to use those use that meter for plus frames? Also has safe armor at the ready. And big damage here. Rewind has to eat so much damage having no breaker and potential mix.
All right. Going for the setup instead. Rewind's going to teleport out of the run-up. Bar trying to get some more damage, 30%, and finally blocks the back to his Yungmonster. And this should be enough to do it and blow things out of the Thunder God. Back to back. There's a hole in the hat as well. Don't forget, Yungmonster bucks the trend. The one lost man finally fallen. He will advance now. 3-1. Yungmonster.
Pay your respect.
Okay, Jackie, we got you, baby. We don't.
And congratulations to him. He is a champion of Kombat Cup this season.
Yeah, look how vicious.
And looking like it. And Rewind is no joke himself, making multiple top 8s this season and playing great against all the top players. And Yungmonster is going to get back in the money here in Kombat Cup.
Can we talk about how slick that ground pound cancel into the run-up overhead? Like, that was so crisp and just so dirty, and it came so fast, and it was so smooth. It was like Yungmonster was saving that. You know, right, I'm going to use this. And perfect time for the type of moments that get crowds hype and make opponents feel it and just like, you know what? He got me. And without question,
yeah, and you know what? If you would have done that to me, for one, I would not have blocked that, and I would have said, you know what, that was ridiculous. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And speaking of good stuff, we got some highlights for you from that match. Let's go ahead and go over them. This is in game number 1, and right there, we saw Rewind early have great reads on the zoning from Yungmonster with those teleports and how Young turned it around so quick, being able to react to those teleports every single time rather than utilize the zoning. And right here is the up rocket that hit everywhere behind Yungmonster and almost stealing game number 1 from Rewind. That was insane. And right there, you see the check on the teleport, and that is what kind of shut the coffin in Rewind, is that he was unable to play his teleport game, and Yungmonster had some sick reactions, those young reactions, in fact. And let's take a look at another one. This is in game number 2. And the reads with the up rocket again. Getting a full combo back into the corner and gets to apply some mix here, which goes into huge meterless damage if you do not block that right. And oh my gosh, 37%, and gets to put some more breakfast on the plate. And the interactable cancels into the ground pounds. All great stuff from Yungmonster. An absolute master of the character. And Rewind here. This is when Rewind got that stagger pressure going, was able to take this game number 2, and Yungmonster taking the breath out of him shortly after. And the meter management definitely went downhill for Rewind.
Yeah, for sure. He was sitting X-ray, a couple of times in 2 games, just, of course, at the ready, the sanity when the time was right. And then in the last 2 games, he kind of just dissipated, and every single bar he had was going away to teleport pressure or, vicinity blast that didn't lead to anything, would get blocked, or, the conversion didn't quite happen how he wanted it. And I don't know, man, you get caught without meter against a character who does fantastic meterless damage, and you're going to get comboed for days without the opportunity to break, and you have no resources. Just put yourself in a really tough position there.
And that's going to set our top 4 for tonight. First match on deck is going to be Samij versus Tweety, and then Emperor Knicks versus Yungmonster. Before we get top 4 rolling for you guys, here's a quick word from Stream Me. To the Kombat Cup. And Yungmonster still in this King of the Hill. We are going to ask him to leave.
I swear I was just about to say that. Like, I know he feels he's going to win the tournament already, but, let us call you back when we need you, all right? So if you could just exit the hill, we really appreciate that. Thank you very much, young man.
We know that you like to watch the broadcast and tune in. So, Young, I know you're in that chat. So if you could, please go ahead and leave the King of the Hill, as we're going to get Samij versus Tweety in here for you. They've only have one encounter this season, and that's in week number 1, and Samish took it 3 number 1.
Wow. Haven't played since week 1. Unbelievable. With as many top 8s in between them. Some sick stuff, man. It goes to show you how difficult these paths can be and who you can run into, before you get to a Tweety or Samish. It's kind of ridiculous.
And Tweety here is fighting for second place in points. He's creeping up on Sonic Fox incredibly well. And these two are 2 of the highest winning percentage players in the Kombat Cup this season, as Samish is number 1 in, Yungmonster is also up there in points, actually passing Sonic Fox with that win. But we'll get into that in the next match. Tweety has the 3rd highest win percentage in Kombat Cup Season 2. Samish has the highest overall win record in Season number 2 at 79%, and Tweety with 76%. Crazy stuff, guys. And that match is in here. Tweety, noble Tweety at that, versus Samish. And let's go, guys. Samish just picked up as well, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, you talk about patience and what Tweety had to go through in his setting against Dragon. Well, yeah, guess what? Congratulations, your award is to play Melina now, but you need to show even more patience. I mean, it'd be nice to see how Tweety adapts, and even so, right now, going for his damage the old school way, adding up from pokes and throws, and the combos will come when they come. Tweety on another advanced level there, and one less. He's gonna poke to a teleport off of the Mises teleport, and Tweety right now in the trying all of the right ones. This is ridiculous. Basically, just sitting there, no demons, runs up to that one, and Tweety. Very impressive here.
This is a brand new Tweety, it seems, in this week. He looks poised to try to win a week of Kombat Cup here in Season number 2.
Oh, and caught, baited by the stagger there. This man is going to get the conversion however he wants. Going to jump over now to someone on the glass after all of that juggling in the combo. And both guys just keep safe right now. Tweety with that forward throw once again while his back is to the wall just to gain some traction and a little space. But the Mage is having none of that. You will throw me, but you will not jump over me. And just like that, and with just about the same amount of life Tweety had when he took the first round.
And going back and forth, and both Tweety fully loaded, and Samish one special move on block away from also having a full stick of butter, which means we're going to see a lot of EX fades, we're going to see a lot of armored overheads.
Well, there's the first one. EX fade. Expect the EX to wake up right here? No. Instead, EX teleport. He's going to run up.
Both of these guys love coming off that meter when they get it.
Wow! And he gets hit with that 4-3, that cartwheel, bicycle, flip overhead kick, and goes for the standardized down 2 punish. Going to risk take a chance, on with the ability to cancel from the side and not get a full combo. So he's going to rely on his defense, teleporting, great reach to the bar, forces Samish to break. Oh, whips the roll, but has enough recovery to survive. And Tweety now back in control. Oh, a raw sickle was not at all. Samish, after that split leg string, Tweety with the down one into the special mode, keeping it safe. But it hits. So no need to be concerned about block strings and negative frames or an armor attack where you can simply get the hit, take the W, and run with it while you can. Tweety, first blood here in the semifinals of Week 8. But as we know, Samish is a man who's known to not be rattled or shook in any environment. We've seen him lose a game ugly and then come back and run 3 straight with the greatest of ease. So now, Tweety, up to him to continue to ride this momentum. This course that is carrying him on his way to, grand finals. So
yeah, and for a man who is made a life on controlling demons, he's overcoming some demons tonight with wins over Dragon and looking strong early against another demon of his, Samish.
Well, just like that demon's gonna fight back and say, wait a minute, you're gonna need a little bit more than one in to make it shake, because the hood flawless is on the screen now. Samish, the backflip and a split. You know, this is poised. Wow. But unintentional there. The EX teleport spends a second additional bar. Get the continuation on the combo. It's gonna drop it, but the throw is gonna pick up the bulk of that damage. Cash out at around 40 altogether through that sequence. So, and Tweety again, not flush down, walking back, blocking, playing a space game. Yo, this is Patience 101, and that is get bodied by an OP jump attack 101. As Tweety with the down 2-1 reaction, not enough to stuff the down 1, but this time enough to stuff the jump in. No sir, I was waiting on it. Give me my payback, and let's tie this up that 1 round apiece.
And tonight, can we talk about Tweety's anti-airs with down 2? They have been on point.
All right, that time a little bit patient. Gonna arm it the overhead. The air-to-air, you know, it hits him enough. 29% drop to it. He's right in front, baited. Presses one button too much as Savage returns from his invisibility. Right into the overhead stagger strike. And this won't be enough to kill, but it'll put Savage in a prime position to chip Tweety out. And what's it gonna be? Jumps away and comes back from the roll, from fade with the roll. Wait a minute, Savage. The big time risk, or maybe Tweety jumped, and that gave him the cue to come back and hit that roll of reaction. The world may never know, but because he's to me, should give him the prop. Now forget that. We don't know.
that's absolutely right. And
yeah, we'll leave it up to the viewers' minds what that really was.
And who knows, if Tweety would have teleported out of that jump, might be looking at a different story.
Yeah, well, might is the beauty of all competitive, you know, sports and esports alike. The only thing that matters is what happens, and right now, Savage has the W. So
exactly, as the great Michael Clark Duncan once said, if ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
There you go. And not sure what that was. Tweety inviting Savage to punish him there. Just gonna whip the sickle while he's gone, and EXP. Reversal throw to the corner. Hits the whip. Pokes him. He will not start the pressure with the high serve. Spins the bar and another right behind it, and Tweety with the corner throw. That's Savage now, and basically, you know, needle this combo territory. Any hit that Kenshi picks up, he should be able to seal it here. But, you know, trying to build here as he goes along. One hit,
and once again,
is all it takes. And what a more impressive hit than a down 2. Just a message at every level. You press that up button, and while your body is just helplessly floating up there, it just pushes you away with such a massive uppercut. You gotta love it.
Look at the stagger pressure from Samij now. Puts himself in perfect spacing to where if you want to press the button, you're going to get whiff punished in the process. It's so scary to deal with.
Oh, and now he gets paid on the wake up Tweety. Now he's challenging him. This time he's going to get rated for a double roll back into the corner. Trades. Alright, so he's trying to keep the offense on the 1-2-3 there on the side. Decent leader builder as well. And the telekick denying Kenshi's exit. He tried with a teleport of his own. Melina a little too fast for him on the draw. And a nice kick to the blindfold allows the Thieves to steal that round. Tied up. Oh,
and coming
so
off of
close.
Both resources immediately was Tweety and getting nothing for it.
Yeah, these guys playing a good old game of Cup with these teleports, one right above the other, right on the other. And that time, Tweety's going to pick up the air and hit from the low, but doesn't get the combo. It's the second drop that.
Back on the neutral, Tweety is all about that life. Armor breaking, safe on block, 50-50 afterwards. Why not?
Here's the second time he tried to challenge Melina all the way with the throw, but Savage with the EX fade just knowing. Oh, in the meter throw. Now that's what he wants. Throw and block at the same time, but it's taking error. Tweety now 0 resources, trying to find a way.
Whoa. And
that forward 3 to crush blows right under it, and Savage dash under a simple shin kick to end the life of the Blind Swordsman. And Savage.
Pay your respects.
This indeed has been the night of domination. We have not seen anything go to a game 5.
Not at all.
And even when we thought it got close, people have been running away with it, and it looks like we're in that situation now where Tweety in a must-win situation.
And Tweety, he's not losing his patience in a neutral, but for whatever reason, on Wake Up now, he's starting to challenge Samij more and more. That's the downfall of him these last 2 games. I know you want to be oppressive and not let him just get up. Samij just make all the right reads on his Wake Up. I like to see Tweety try to just, push on the screen with his combo, or at least back up on Oki and see what Samij decides to do otherwise. Tweety going through those resources, man. He honestly believes he can still make the comeback in on. Uh-oh, it gets the NJP now. Gets the continuation of the combo this time, 27%. OS for the Wake Up. Works out in his favor. Oh, boy, goes for the down 2. But his reaction's failing him a little too late on the button presses. He's going to get that deep jump in.
And get himself a match point to make it into finals of week number 8 here. And an anti-air down 1 from Samij, one of the best in the business at it. And he's going to try to get some corner pressure going again. Tweety with the bar, very smart. Samij actually did the right thing, which was respect the bar that Tweety was sitting on. But Tweety read that and just threw him in the respect.
Well, Tweety getting rid of that one bar he just had in trade for damage of the high 30s variant, and just like that, jumps out. He spends all of his meter, but it's worth it. He gets the round. He's very much in this. Taking a back throw, not too much of a big deal at this point. He's going to have enough chance to build some meter and at least get a breaker before this round is out. And the full screen run up throw. Wait a minute. Jesus, they won chance for characters who didn't have big themselves. What's up? Oh, the armor saved him.
Getting pretty even, but Samij now taking the health lead. Has to respect the bar from Tweety.
Oh, now the telekick, the down 2 punish, a Tweety with one combo off a clean jump or combo starter would have been able to seal the deal at this point, but instead we're not get the opportunity. Samij, raw jump in, easy combo conversion, and Melina's gonna take the mask down, flex the teeth a little bit more. Girls gotta eat. And this girl's in grand finals of the Kombat Cup once again here in week 8. We'll see who matches up with Samij.
And it's going to be one of these other young guys of the night. And at the end of that match, it was a shame. Tweety ran out of stamina, looking to Oki with a back one, and didn't have the stamina to get all the way there, and just whiffing right in front of Samij. And that is a no-no against a man with that kind of reactions.
Absolutely. A free invitation to whiff punish. You might as well put up a sign and put it there in the game.
Punish me!
Around and get as well. Yeah, because all of those frames that you leave wide open, somebody of Samij's caliber, with Melina, who has, pretty fast moves. And if she just wants to roll, LOL, 8 frames, I'll be there. Get the ball rolling, and that wasn't intentional.
Big D somewhere got to chill.
Yeah, for sure. I would kill myself
with it being Melina. That was it's like a double chill. It was like, ooh.
Absolutely. I would voluntarily blow my brains out or cut my hair off or something like that if I ever become one of those guys. And so let's just get that out of the way. I had to, forsake my entire identity. But yeah, man.
All right, guys. We've got some highlights from that match of Samij's victory over Tweety. Let's take a look. Here in game number 2, Samij, this was his comeback when Tweety got the momentum in game number 1, just running away with it. I've got rolling on the mind now. And Samij here just blocking correctly, taking his turn, and playing so well. And Samij with 3 bars, using that EX fade. And there's no one in the business that does it like Samij does when he's got this meter. And we're going into game number 3. I think we had an input error there from Tweety going for an EX throw. And coming off that bar, now Samij with 2 bars, already came off 1 EX fade, building so much bar, and that was the low crush on the forward 3. That not only low crushed Tweety's normal, but low crushed his heart tonight as it sent him home for the week. But we will see him next week in Kombat Cup. Unfortunately, he will not be able to compete in Conquest tomorrow, making top 4. That's the trade-off of doing well in the Kombat Cup.
Yeah, man, it doesn't hurt to get a few points and get some money in your pocket. So I'm pretty sure to be, just fine with sending out tomorrow. But it is what it is. Peace. It all adds up. So either way it goes, he still successfully gains more points and even more traction as he climbs the leaderboards, trying to make his way into that top seeding for finals. We're getting closer to the end, Aquaman. Getting close.
We're two matches away from closing out the night, and we've got Yungmonster versus Emperor Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. And can we talk about the Emperor clan coming back to life here with Knicks? They were kind of lost in MKX, but in Injustice, there was a time when the Emperor clan ruled the world. Just like a VH1 special when Blank ruled the world. If we had a NRS VH1 special, it'd be when Emperor ruled the world.
For sure.
And they actually dominated the game. So shout outs to none other than Outworld himself.
Of course.
The Emperor Outworld coming in, talking in all caps, calling you all peasants. The man was a god. And
I have so much respect for that.
I do too.
And he actually helped me at the beginning with my start, as far as my FTC, everything went. Like getting to events and stuff like that, early on, Brawl 2013. That was my first tournament outside of CEO. My second major overall, and the one that got me traveling. And I couldn't have done that without them. It was pretty OD, and we go all the way back to then. And man, one day I just want to host a tournament and have him dress up as Shao Kahn and let him be my hype man for a minute and call everybody peasants in real.
Here we go. This is the other match of top 4. Emperor Knicks, Yungmonster, and already with the goods is Yungmonster reacting to that telestomp. And this, on paper, is probably Goro's toughest match.
And that was pretty ridiculous. The down one anti-air from Knicks. He was ready for a young jumping attack from max range. This conversion spins the bar with the EX punch walk. Position clearly more important than resources is young. Now has 3 bars, 0. Set up. Ooh, nasty. My man, you are not blocking that. And now you must die. Tries to jump out. Unfortunately, has a second chance at life. Not like this. Yungmonster let him slip away. Did that kill?
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
24% later.
Oh my god. Monster. The crucial drop there at the end. And Knicks is going to, again, spend the resources as soon as he gets it. Plus frames, Young using the ability of the interactive auto escape when he's back to the corner. Has the full set of meter and a sweep from max range. Yo, is this fighting the flip, the spacing right now, the control? But just like that, Yungmonster says, no, KP, this is MKX. We do damage. Real men and women, meterless, overhead lows, whatever you want to call it. And wait a minute, not again.
And reading the backdash was Knicks there.
He's giving Knicks a chance at life. All right, and this time he keeps it safe. Puts the get out of my face rocket on the ground. A great denial. And says no to a second, amazing comeback.
And look at the spacing from Knicks. This is outstanding. And Knicks gaining so much meter off of not dying straight from the mix in game number 2. It gives him some health here. But, oh, man. It still gets the conversion to Monster, and he has to eat all of this EX rocket shenanigans, and this is deadly.
This is so... Whoa, and a nice backdash. Nice duck from it. Down one into punch walk. Backdash the knee. Oh, backdash the safety leg. Just Knicks faithful the opportunity, and there it is. He finally opens them up. Yungmonster is not going to have the armor to break the meter bird throw overhead. Oh my god. Isn't it plus frames? Looking for
oh my gosh, an explosion out of nowhere.
And he's going to bathe in the Special Forces blood. Hands on the hips. One hand to the sky or 2 fingers to the sky. Or is that a middle finger? I can't tell because Goro's 2-tone. saw, man, young Knicks using all of the MKX abilities, the meter per throw into the raw 50-50 overhead EX telestomp. And that was a hype splash right there. That's what I'll call that. That's the hype splash. We just got blood and braids everywhere.
I don't know. I can't even.
That was pretty ridiculous. That was pretty ridiculous. I'm having a great time watching Knicks play tonight. And opens with the EA telestomp, trying to tell Yungmonster, hey, man, remember this? Well, Young has a lot of poise. He's playing from 0 to 100, probably faster than anybody you know in the Kombat Cup scene. But, man, his facing is actually like it's a little late on the knees timing, but as far as staying out of range, he's had great reactions to back then. Stomps, staying out of the range of most of Goro's normals, you know, besides the sweep, which he's been able to play successfully every single time. But yeah, he's just built a wall right there. Knicks not able to get in and forwards another comeback of his. Yungmonster trying to shut the door on that pesky choke prince who refuses to lay down at the front. Alright, all the stops. Swing the wrench. Ground outside the race. Nice beat up monster in the stanky leg. Wait a minute. Knicks is now in control. He's going to spin the bar, the down two, into the stabby stab. 34%. Solid, respectable damage. Yungmonster now. This corner. But his force back. Wow, nice to on that. Yungmonster break now. Man, he's in trouble this time.
And coming
wow,
in with
it
the
just
mid. All of those down ones from Knicks weren't going to save him there, as that mid was fastly approaching. And great reaction from Yungmonster to get around all of that mobility from Goro, dodging all the telestomps and punishing them accordingly with that gun, and just played it very smart. Avoided all of the stuff that hit him in game number one.
Yeah, that was great stuff. Even though one more down one would have done the job there, Yungmonster knowing his distances and that back forward too, and just Knicks just inside the sweet spot to catch that mid uppercut, and Yungmonster, the man who, regardless of being up or down, you know, is giving it his all 100%, trying to do as he pleases in the matchup and force the opponent to adapt to him instead of the other way around. Has Knicks on the ropes now, not ropes, but kind of just, you know, we're in the jab stage. You know, the haymakers are coming, and Monsters look like he's ready to unleash his first. There we go. Jumps over the projectile. He's going to get 39% meterless. Tries the neutral jump, but yo, that Goro, that time takes his vertical hits out of the entire stage. So there is no neutral jump in that.
And wow, Yungmonster running away with it now. This is, on paper, I mean, this has got to be, I think, Goro's worst matchup in the game. But Knicks trying his best, and we love seeing the fight from him.
Wow, and huge area on that hitbox, that thing, you know, that big stab comes from Goro, hitting Yungmonster all the way out of the air. Now one into the spin. He's going to keep challenging. Why not? 6-man do it. Nice. That's what Yungmonster going to keep the offense going. And that time, Knicks poking through the, not letting you get away with the shenanigans 3 times in a row, buddy. No sir. All right, trades. Until a stop and a nice read from Knicks is going to keep himself in the corner, knowing that Yungmonster was going to look to dash under the parts. Some reads for you. They definitely.
Catching the start of the guns, and Knicks found his way in, drops the combo though. That is huge for his momentum right now. Now he finds himself full screen and has to come in on the zoning queen herself. Full auto, Jackie.
All right, you can't, you know, piece by piece to the hand cannon take down. Now into the punch walk. Caught trying to press buttons. He got the Yungmonster's going to challenge him with that swift knee to the gut. It's going to be enough. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That down four checking perfectly. If Yungmonster would have woke up in a minute. Oh my gosh.
The man grab? Does he have? Whoa! X-ray on wake up. Now he has nothing and jumps back.
Oh my gosh! Not again.
Wait, Yungmonster and Knicks. This kid is ridiculous. What comeback machine this young man is. This is so impressive. So impressive.
There's no way that he should have won that, right?
There is a new king.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
trying to get confirmation in the admin chat that actually shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that's
and
this should be two Yungmonster.
I'm getting told now that it did, and
you want to talk about believing in yourself? I'm actually inclined to believe he dropped that last combo intentionally so that he wanted to use space. Not because he didn't want Yungmonster to break, but he didn't want the distance between them that comes from breaking. And then he's able to make 4 consecutive right reads perfectly. Stop it. Make it 5 as he starts to mess with the EX telestomp. Gaining that first bar meter back and a slight life. Oh wow, great pick up from Yungmonster.
Coming in with the raw 4-2 that actually beat out Knicks' attempt at pressing a button, and he gets 38 grown woman % out of that. And he's going to utilize the hit stun to build some more meter with 1-2-1-2, which has plus frames on it.
And now slip the sticky leg and a real stink for show count, friends. You know, this is probably how Goro's ponytail smells, so he gave him a little taste of it. And now Yungmonster, a very angry man now, styling on him, just going through the motions now, 44%. Swings on the jump in. Cannon. Oh no, tries through. Reaction is a little too late. Shots will not get through in time to break the armor. So now his back is to the wall. Backdash is further into the corner. And Goro, so tall that the up rocket standing. Wait a minute. Hold on. I've been known not to give up when Knicks is on the screen, but that time Yungmonster the right read. You have a standing one, backed up into the standing one again for the conversion, and now Yungmonster fighting back, and these guys delivering our first game 5 of the night.
Guys, can it get any more hype? I'm applauding for this right now. Our first game 5. This is gonna get down to the wire. We haven't asked you guys yet tonight, but in that chat, I want to know who you guys like between these two titans of the Young Arena. And I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of pull for a certain 4-on man on the screen. But let's give Yungmonster his props playing out of his mind. Who do you guys like in that chat? I want to see a 1 for Yungmonster and a 2 for Emperor Knicks. Who do you guys like?
All right, and Knicks is going to take us to the courtyard. Yungmonster trying to find his way into the jungle where he feels Jackie is the most comfortable and says that's her best stage. But Knicks mixing it up. Wants to go out. We're going to see a little statue of Kobe being built in the background right now as he takes us to Outworld. And patience from players at times does not open with the EX.
Did you see him utilize the interactable to get out of the EX part of that machine gun? That was absolutely savage from Knicks to find his way in and not have to avoid the rocket after that machine gun.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. Just as ridiculous as the 39%. In the big way, no matter where he is, jumps into the kick, doesn't get much from it, but based on hooks back and trying to press buttons at the punch wall, it's negative. But the up point and the overhead and enough legs sustain. Get the victory. Yungmonster now in the driver's seat, looking to eliminate the Goro dream for the night. Will we see Jackie back in the grand final once again? And the nice stank rear legs.
And wow, just caught Knicks pressing a button after that slam. And going for the overhead low on the jump in EX slam attempt, and that is actually a launcher. And Knicks now has no resources.
Uh-oh. Yungmonster working on a flawless. That is gonna hit. You know, the teabag there, a slight one. And from Yungmonster, that game was just so much in favor. Earlier in the corner during that sequence, he got the hit like 4 or 5 times and didn't convert any of them. But again, when you're rolling, you're rolling. And when everything is working and Knicks has no resources and he can't escape the mix-ups nor the pressure, from Jackie, Yungmonster, inching ever so close to that points lead. Now a date with the points leader and Samij himself.
I mean,
this is now 1-2.
Exactly.
Fighting.
We would have loved to have seen Goro in that grand final, but
absolutely.
This is, in fact, the battle of number 1 versus number 2.
All right, so now this time, Yungmonster, if you would like, good sir, you can stay in the King of the Hill. That's okay. You've earned that. But we're going to need Knicks to get out of here.
And, guys, we've got some highlights from that match. Let's go ahead and take a look. I have a feeling we're going to see some Goro gameplay on these.
Yeah, those games.
And here is that very first comeback where that EX command grab off of the low, comboing in the 24%, just taking the very first round. And here we go. This is that massive comeback where he's just utilizing the frames to perfection. Yungmonster swung with a high after punch walk, and that was the death of him. And then the 50-50 off the EX throw. And not waking up is Yungmonster and just ticking into the EX tele stomp, where it's so hard to get out of because it puts you in block stun on the way up and then splattering to death. And another EX tele stomp and catching the backdash. Yungmonster trying to get out of that down one gap that does exist in the down one specials from Goro. And this is comeback number 2, the X-ray whiffing from Yungmonster, and catches on the air, the anti-air fireball, which sets up a very hard teleport to get out of from Goro, which is unblockable on wake up. And such good stuff from Knicks, but falls short in a tough matchup against Yungmonster, who's the best in the business, with Jackie Briggs. And we're going to have a quick word from our guys over at StreamMe. Or, sorry, let's have a quick word about StreamMe, guys. Least we can do. Look at the hype that we're having tonight. It's ridiculous over here at StreamMe tonight, guys. I am loving it. I know you're loving it. KP over there, loving it as well. And go ahead and give them a follow.
Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. The platform, you're here, you tune in every week. Help spread the word and bring more visibility and let other people know what's going on here, man. Twitter.com/StreamMe. You see all the articles going up from Young Jago Blake. We keep you updated on when the different series are running, the combat and the time we have with Cross Up and Savage and, the Guilty Gear thing coming up. It's all here. And it's all streamlined. All you got to do is follow. Head on over to YouTube, stream vids. If you don't catch it live, you can catch the archive. They always go up in a couple of hours. And you can run through and catch all of the action, like those Knicks comebacks. Or Yungmonster just having his way with the corner there at the end. And you can follow him on the ground at stream_me, man. Get some inside looks to what's happening with the guys.
And if you guys are looking to stream on StreamMe, look no further. You get a 70-30 split on your favor getting partnered, and to get partnered, you just need 50 followers. Create an account, stream, and get partnered here on StreamMe. There's also more ways to win extra cash with leaderboards each and every month, and the features alone, it's a great platform, very customizable, and it's a great viewing and streaming experience for everyone, so check them out. Stream.me, you guys are already there. You guys know the deal. And guys, we'll be right back. Here's a quick word from someone about something. Welcome back, guys. We're just waiting on Yungmonster's opponent to show up, and there's going to be Samij versus Yungmonster, and they just got in here. And looking at the bracket, Samij wins over Revit Leafing, Tweety to get here, and Yungmonster wins over Rewind and Knicks, the young guys looking to make a name for themselves. And we've got our finals here tonight, Samij versus Yungmonster. This is Samij's third grand final, and his wins in Oh, sorry. This is his third grand final of the season. He's 2-0 in grand finals this season. And guess what? His first one was week 2 with a win over none other than Yungmonster himself, his opponent tonight. 3-2, very close. His other win against his brother, Revet Leafing. Samij has been a brother killer this season, and Young is looking to become the third person to repeat as Kombat Cup champion, as he won last week. And
All right.
it's going down right now. Grand finals. We've got Samij versus Yungmonster. Who do you guys like in that chat? Let's get hype in here.
All right, trying to run it back as Yungmonster. He put the blocks and back to his favorite place, that great dense jungle where Jackie can just swing around and just do whatever she wants. Jumping out, doesn't want to do anything up close. Oh, but he's the wrong telekick now. So we put that overhead now twice, trying to slip it in there. And Yungmonster keeping it sick with only one button, enough to recover in time from EX fade, but not the ground. Northern cancel, swings around, runs under Yungmonster, trying to keep moving and not give Samij the opportunity to land until he keeps on top, but instead gets the regular old swipe, a scratch across the baby Jack's face.
That was pretty scary how he did 2 teleports back to back and then decided to just sit there and wait because Yungmonster was moving all over that screen. Oh, look at the neutral play, both of them looking for something from the other. Just sitting there, fuzzy guarding in the neutral. Here we go, throwing back into the corner. Samij trying to get some momentum. Again, here in round number 2, forces the break. Now Yungmonster has no meter, and a big whiff. Wasn't able to get a conversion off it, or a whiff punish off it. Had no stamina, but this should kill. Oh, it's so close. Instead of going for the second roll.
Yeah, but chip damage territory there. Either way it goes, all she wrote. And Samij is, remind Yungmonster of what he does. This is a man who you say is 2-0 grand finals. Is a man who's defeated Yungmonster once before, so this is nothing but a run back, walk in the park. At least Samij is trying to make it look this way. And Yungmonster, who has had the longest sets of everybody in the top 8 so far this week. Every single time we talk about momentum shifts, he's the one who's fought back. So, going to the high-tech variation.
Ooh.
Whipping it out here in grand finals.
And we saw high-tech on Sunday. He actually broke out high-tech against Dab, and the plus frames were all over that screen. He's looking to catch Samij off guard, I guess, a little bit with the variation switch, but Samij coming out, getting Yungmonster off the bar, has another bar for himself, and reacting with the roll. Samij in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, maybe the monster has the answers. We just don't know just yet. We haven't been able to see him use much of anything so far. Samij is just raw oppression right now.
And looking to catch Yungmonster, pressing a button, hitting a jump kick early in a jump arc, which, for players kind of spills, let me go up and try to trip guard. You're trying to catch him with the teleport, but Yungmonster not.
Oh, Yungmonster getting that jumping punch. Samij lucky. The rest of it not connecting, allowing the combo to break because been having some set up things, you name it. But instead of Yungmonster being on the end of, fortunate situations, it's Samij who lands in that position with the anti-air roll. Denying the ground pound, whether canceled or not, doesn't matter. Now Yungmonster is now trying to advance the streets, and Samij right on point that EX fade at the ready. Empty jump low. Wow, and sticky legs, the telekick. Yo, make sure we put that. That was too godlike. Regardless of what this that was just sick. All right, chance at light. Cancel.
And fading out of
fades
the
away.
Frames. And you know what?
Yeah, the straight side to the face. He's not having it.
Great start to this grand final for Samij. He's up 2-0 and he is up comfortably, looking like a man possessed. Wants to hold on to this point lead. He said, "Young, not today, young man. I'm one game away from holding on to my top spot, being the top dog here in Kombat Cup with only 4 weeks left after tonight to set our finalists for season number 2.
Full of whatever Yungmonster has left in the tank, he better expend it all here. Samij just making this look like a wash, straight up. Just, it is what it is. Sitting comfortable comfortably. Everything going this way, hasn't even dropped around. It's just, it's the theme for earlier tonight, just domination. That's what it's been. And Yungmonster behind, this long sets and able to overcome, showing some perseverance. But Samij just simply doesn't care. 3-0, 3-1, you name it. He doesn't have close sets this week at all.
And a raw interactable. That was in a situation where that may not have been the smartest thing to do from Samij, and Yungmonster's going to make him pay here.
All right, but will he secure the? He will. Whips the snaky leg, but follows it up with the down poke. Just in case Samij just looking the ball, didn't really feel the need to go for such a risk. He's going to convert as 2 at a minute. Choke. So instead of completing the combo, he stops the short, throws another string in to give him maximum damage at any point. Now, speaking maximum damage, Yungmonster making it hurt. Now that he's finally able to open him up. Plus, he's going to get the conversion there, so he's just not converting. And back to back now, Samij sitting on match point. Set point, all the points. All he needs is one round. Does Yungmonster have anything left in the tank to fight back as he's done so valiantly tonight? Hey, gifty upright. Knee into the master punches, showing off that kickboxing ability, going in. Looking great defense. Brings it on from the monster. Looks for the person, realizes he drops it, so he doesn't come into it. Very smart stuff, no challenge. And again, the up rocket with that hitbox from behind her bed, and coming in handy now. Yungmonster, the X right through, and Yungmonster on the board, not giving up.
And just like that, staying alive is Yungmonster. 1-2. Not going down without a fight, just like the break spirit that exists in that family. And we'll see if he can bring it back to 2-2. So many grand finals in Kombat Cup. Since season number 1, I think we had 10 of the weeks, of the 12-week season, 10 weeks, I believe, went to 3-2 in grand finals, which is unheard of. And we've had a bunch of 3-2s in grand finals already this season. My admin is already typing. I can see him typing because he has these stats at the ready. He's gonna let me know if I was wrong, if I'm just BSing you guys, which most of the time I am anyway, because it's really easy to make up these numbers. And you guys will believe it. You guys will buy that. Okay, that's just a secret. But Yungmonster trying to tie us up here 2-2, and what a huge whiff punish to start us off, but doesn't hit confirm into the EX rocket for big damage, or he wants to hold on to it. And what a fade from Samij, doesn't get anything off of it.
Yeah, safe enough though, Yungmonster have that without a scratch now. Trading pokes into the low now. Samij in the blender, making something special to come out, and just like that, we're talking about the mid-40s. Yungmonster is going to cancel this, and he's using the invincibility. Smart stuff now. My turn. Corner damage, twisting right back at you. Hold these balls back to back. Hands up, down poke, and keep going, and armor's through the gap. 16%, so solid, and enough chip damage on the hand cannon. The bullets skimming right over that headband of Melina and Samij. It's gonna go down round 1.
And winning unpunished was that ground pound. Samij just whiffing over her head. Can we talk about these special moves that leave these ladies low profiling, and what a struggle it is for us to actually punish them? Paulo, please.
Alright, we talked about Yungmonster in his match against Rewind, how he challenged all of Rewind's moves with buttons. Now, you see the adjustment here. He is actually challenging Samij teleports outside of strings, but with one button at a time, which allows him to recover. So he's going for the check, the plus frames, and the conditioning to make Samij respect, but doesn't get the punish on the kick. Doesn't EX have enough?
Does not avoid that rocket.
Jackie wins.
Yeah, man. Talk about ladies in their low profiling. The ball rolled not enough to get under that rocket from the hand cannon. And Melina's head is in Jackie's foot. I'm not sure how that
Pay your
works.
respects.
But we just going to let it rock because we got, you know, brains and stuff everywhere.
All
and that is
over.
okay with
And
me.
like
That's
Kombat
okay
Cup
with
fashion, we got a game 5, KP.
Jackie brings
We do. You speak about how the finals, 10 of them, you said, go 3-2. Stop it. You couldn't have it any other way, you know, especially to cap off the night of domination. Yungmonster continuing his role as the trendsetter. Everybody wants to win 3-0, 3-1. Not me, sir. I will make you work for every ounce of this ring and fight to the bitter end is Yungmonster. Now, here's the two. Back to the jungle where he's had a very high success rate of winning.
And here we go. This is going to be the final match of the night. No matter what goes down, no matter what transpires between these two legends of this season and last season, respectively, Yungmonster joining us halfway through season number 1. And we're already off to an even start, even meter, even health, even on games going into this final match. Here we go, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh, and the deep down, too. Hitting him from behind to keep Yungmonster back in front with some strength. And a nice version from Samid.
Samij, one of the gods at converting off these random normals. And here, talk about a conversion of himself. Yungmonster getting some huge 43% damage.
Wow, these two of the ground pound to go under the side, but Samid immediately recognizing that Jackie did not get hit and he survived it. Following up with the telekick right now. Match point for Samid's size. Tries to telekick Monster for having none of it. It passes back to the corner.
And he didn't put a gap there, worried about that bar from Samij, if he was going to teleport out of that gap, if he was going to try to check him with a stand 4. Very smart stuff from Yungmonster, but Samij reading that and didn't want to come off the bar on the fade. And those are those micro reads that we see so much. We got Samij one hit away from taking the Kombat Cup week number 8, and the stagger's going to do it. This man is going to be your champion, stopping Yungmonster from being a repeat and holding on to his status as the points leader, where he will find himself above 700 points for the season and put himself just a hair above where he was last season in the same spot. He had reached 700 points in week 8 of season number 1, barely breaking that here in season number 2. This man is on a roll.
Florida boys. And denying Yungmonster entry into the back-to-back Winners Club. You know, it's an elusive club, 2 men. And Samij, I guess, after getting there himself, wants to keep that seat a little warm before the next guy comes in. So, great stuff to him, taking out boulders once again. Samij, that bully that he is, also going through Tweety, who put on a fantastic display of patience and adapting in matchups. You know, finally taking out Dragon. Knicks with the fantastic performance here at the Goro and all of his amazing comebacks and putting on a show for us tonight too. Illusions.
I know somewhere in the world, KP, that Decay is smiling. That man with his Goro Gain shirt, just getting bigger over there. And let's go ahead and
can they actually get bigger? Because bruh,
it's got to stop eventually, right? You can only get but so big. But I don't know, because it's all about gains, you know. And it does do the gains end? We don't know. We'll never know. But let's take a look at some of the highlights from that grand final match between those two going into a game 5. Let's take a look at them. This is from game number 2. Samij dominating and getting hood perfects all around and taking such a commanding lead. And what just transpired there is that he came out of a fade into a teleport, and Yungmonster stanky-legged the teleport. And some of the stuff that went on between these two it was mind-boggling. And, you know, this is why Young Man's game. And that up rocket hitting behind Yungmonster into a full combo, just triggering everyone from earlier in the night. And Yungmonster getting on the board with that X-ray. Knicks felt that one. Knicks, I'm sorry, buddy, but you probably felt that one too, on top of feeling the one from earlier tonight. And Yungmonster getting back into this grand finals. And right there, Samij not backdashing, not doing anything after that 1-2-1-2 and ate the stand 4 into the machine gun, into the rocket. Couldn't do anything about it. Guaranteed it. But Samij back to dominating form in that game number 5. So congratulations to him. He is going to be the champion. And looking at that bracket, it was not an easy bracket tonight, KP.
Not at all. Not at all. I was going through the guys already. It was still pretty ridiculous. With the exception of Illusions, who will definitely be hitting the lab to look up some girl stuff. He had a bit of a crisis there. Really find a character to settle on. Rewind, just a couple of adjustments out of getting out of that Yungmonster set. I'm not sure if that up rocket hitting from behind tilted him so much, but still, just great showing from the guys tonight, and more variety and some great stuff. A great insight into some guys who have been dedicated to the game for a long time now, and it's working in their favor as the game points and make this money. And as we inch ever so close to the finals.
Well, it's so close. We're only 4 weeks away, guys. And looking at these point standings, Samij breaking that 700-point mark at 715, but Yungmonster playing outstanding, especially lately in second place, 635, getting even further away from Sonic Fox at 550, and creeping up on Sonic is Tweety, playing lights out here recently. And you guys see the trickle-down effect. Those guys have been the dominant guys here in season number 2. And it's, as we saw in season number 1, it's going to be a scrap for those last 3 to 4 spots in the finale, whereas those top 4 dogs are going to be really hard to knock out at this point. And do guys don't forget, we spoke about points. There's a second chance at them tomorrow.
Bang, bang.
And that exists in the form of Conquest. Bringing some, as KP mentioned, if you guys don't watch Conquest, they actually have some of the hypest top 8s that you'll ever watch. The guys that don't make top 8 during Kombat Cup, the guys that get the second chance, that are playing their hearts out. We get to see matchups that we never see. And some of the variations we've seen on Conquest don't usually get seen in top 8 or top 16s. And I love that players get this second chance, and not only at points, but to showcase themselves, try to build a name, and just play and get better and level up. That's another tournament in the week. Go ahead and sign up, guys. Go over to smash.gg/Kombat Cup. Look at the schedule. Conquest, bam. It's right now. It's right there. You click it, you sign up, and you're done. And you can do that for all the remaining weeks of Kombat Cup and Conquest. For the entire season, you can do it once. It's a one-stop shop deal. Go ahead and do it. And guys, thank you to all of our partners tonight here at the Kombat Cup, here at Stream Me. The guys over at Catalyst Mints, wonderful product. 3 mints equals 1 energy drink, all natural, nothing artificial to it. Okay, but there's a discount code for 5% off if you use discount code Stream Me. Go check them out at catalystmints.com and save. And we just spoke about Smash.gg. Go and check them out. It's a one-stop shop if you're a TO or if you're a player if you're looking to run a tournament or if you're looking to compete in a tournament. And go check them out over at Smash.gg. And thank you for all that they do and giving us a great online system to use. And Stream Me themselves. Least we can do is give them a follow, a retweet, help build the platform, and help build Kombat Cup and all that they do for our scene, especially hit the NRS scene. It's taken off. And we love you guys for watching, and we love being a part of it. Check them out over on Twitter at twitter.com/streamy, youtube.com/streamyvids, and Instagram.com/stream_me, and keep up to date with all of the action. And if you're looking to stream, create an account, get 50 followers, get a 70-30 split in your favor. Do it. And to Arazi. Check them out at arazi.com. Fantastic gaming chairs and desks. They got a bunch of products. And we got that big discount code StreamMe and save you 10% off of your purchase. And guys, that is going to do it for us tonight here at the Kombat Cup. We're going to have a nice highlight reel when we check out for the night with all the highlights for the night from all the matches. So you can get a quick recap of what went down. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow for Conquest at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where our boys, Doughboy and Saga, are going to take over the mics. And you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for KP for joining me tonight.
Yeah, no problem, bros, as always.
And we will see you guys tomorrow for Conquest. All the love from us here at Kombat Cup. You guys have a good night.
adjustment out that block. Keep going for the one to ensure Tanya doesn't get away with the silly low profile, and to me, on all cylinders.
Fight.
The EX low demon not catching Dragon on the anti-air, and that's not good for Tweety here.
Unfortunate situation there. Then, oh man, Dragon with the MKX of late going with the slightly negative into the armored launcher, willing to spend the 2 bars. He hasn't forgot about extended combos, baby. Reverse the inputs, and now coming down to the last hit. Tweety trying to take his time, teleports in a down 1 poke, and the reversal throws Dragon. And that was super smart right there. The last time Tweety was in that position with his back to the wall, he gave Dragon a forward throw just for spacing. And Dragon, knowing that a throw would kill him at any position, looked at his spots extremely well. Air to air here is going to spin the board. Second one. Oh, we're going to style, baby. He's cutting the rest into bits. He's going to sell some of her remnants out here on the strip at the underground marketplace. Lance wants to take that young Adenian blood. And, Dragonfly still there.
Oh, and the savage unprotected slide in. And what a read.
Oh,
with the, oh my gosh, here we go.
This is for real. Right now he has Illusions for his third character. Illusions not playing because he wants to win. But he's trying to find an answer right now. He doesn't even know what to do.
And so scary. That string is plus, so you have to respect the poke after. And those are those stagger situations that we talked about.
Top row has 4 arms, but not 4 on the bottom. Can't block them all at the same time. Oh, wow.
Knicks believed that he could take the round, but falling into the money pit, where it only reigns for Quan Chi.
I like this kid. That is a lot of heart right there to go for. That's to put it all on the line. Cost himself, he could be sitting on X. A little tilted for not getting that full punish. It's just gonna check Yungmonster with that Superman. Let him know, hey, look, you gotta feel me. No matter where I am on the screen, I could be in front or behind. Nice screen, or he can teleport and rewind is a full control. This is just rated play.
Luckily,
trying to put up that brick wall, not allowing Raiden to get in. Plus frames. Now, the challenge is back into the corner now.
And where did that up rocket just hit? It hit everywhere. And Rewind didn't have to stand there.
And this is going down to the wire. Rewind. Oh, uses the invincibility up and throws him out of here. Teleport Yungmonster with the challenge. Thinky Leg, does he have enough to chip? He does. And the EX rocket brutality, hands up, head up.
Jackie wins.
Everything on the floor. Answer. What he fed into him in that first game, I don't know what to tell you, boss.
Exactly, and what a read again with Wake Up Rocket. These are working out for Yungmonster.
Oh wow, unless the overhead rocket can come out and rock and rewind. Either caught trying to armor through or just not watching his head. Rewind, challenge back, no bar. Now what's it gonna be? Jackie, the queen of leaderless game here in terms of combo and raw output up against Raiden for Rewind, mixing it up quite well. Below doesn't commit. This time he uses the EX teleport to get the combo extension and has just enough on the vicinity blast, 28% to get the kill and Rewind.
First, you're going to eat some plus frames from the big boot, and no matter what, you're kind of guaranteeing yourself that you're not going to eat the full combo on the teleport in the forward 1-2 back. And oh my gosh, Rewind had to have pressed a button after that string, and Yungmonster taking away the gap into a kill here and retaking the lead of this set early against another demon of his, Samij.
Well, just like that, that demon's gonna fight back and say, wait a minute, you're gonna need a little bit more than one in to make me shake as the hood falls.
They have been on point.
Alright, that time a little bit patient. Gonna arm it the overhead. The air to air, it hits him enough. 29% drop to at least right in front, baited. Presses one button too much as Samij returns from his away with the throw, but Samij with the EX fade just knowing all in the meter throw. Now that's what he wants. Throw and block at the same time, but it's taking error. Tweety now 0 resources, trying to find a way, and that forward 3 to crush blows right under it, and Samij dash under a simple shin kick to end. Unfortunately, has a second chance at life. Not like this. Yungmonster let him slip away. Did that kill?
Oh my gosh, 24%
later.
Oh, and a nice back dash, a nice duck from down one into punch walk. Back dash the knee. Oh, that's the safety leg. Just Nick straight on the opportunity, and there it is. He finally opens them up. Yungmonster is not going to have the armor to break the meter bird throw overhead. Oh my God. Isn't it plus frames? Looking for
oh my gosh, an explosion.
You get away with the shenanigans 3 times in a row, buddy. No sir. All right, trades. Until a stump and a nice read from Knicks is going to keep himself in the corner, knowing that Knicks dropping it again.
Oh my gosh.
The man grab? Does he have? Whoa! X-ray on wake up. Now he has nothing and jumps back.
Oh my gosh! Not again.
Wait. Now trying to advance the streets. To me, right on point that EX fade at the ready. Empty jump low. Wow, and sticky legs, the telekick. Yo, make sure we clip that. That was too godlike. You know, Rick doesn't come into it. Very smart stuff. No challenge. And again, the up rocket with that hitbox from behind her bed and EX right through. And Yungmonster on the board, not giving up. So he's going for the check, the plus frames, and the conditioning to make some disrespect, but doesn't get the punish on the kick. Doesn't EX have enough?
Does not avoid that on a fade. And those are those micro reads that we see so much. We got Smij 1 hit away from taking the Kombat Cup week number 8, and the stagger's going to do it. This man is going to be your champion, stopping Yungmonster.